Rise and shine, campers. So, here we are back with our Dynasty. Building a little bit of a settlement over here. We've got a couple buildings already, I think. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 buildings. We do have to go collect or complete one more quest for some of our neighbors. And let's see. We've got wooden bowls. Got oat rolls. We've got oat ale. Yes, the alcohol. I'm going to take the alcohol back to town and sell all that off. And what were the technologies? Some of what we research stew. So what we need to do is I think we need to start getting a couple of little small garden plots going, which we've already done. We've got a field full of carrots. And carrots, I think, take 2 seasons. And carrots are nice actually because you can plant them either in the spring or the winter. Quests for neighbors. Okay, that's that. That's that. We've got a night hunt. Vislava gave us a quest. Okay, and how much money do we have? We've got 11. We've got 11 money. We've got no money. 10 bolts. We do have a bow and a spear. Okay. Now, fur is best left off for the looking down the road. If you're wondering what to do with your fur, that's good for the sewing hut. So let's go ahead and take. Let's go ahead and put that fur in there. We've got some manure. We've got rye grain. Let's see here. What do we have for seeds? We got carrot seeds. We got some flax stalk. That's pretty good actually. We got rice. We got rye grain. Okay. Simple fireplace. We could always. Oh no, this is the smithy. Okay. No, not tools. Not tools. I have no feathers. There we go. Okay. I think we ran the eagles out of this spot, didn't we? Well then, we might have to just spend some time one of these days and do some hunting, particularly for birds. Speaking of traps, where did I put that rabbit trap? Like I said, it's a daily endeavor to check your traps. Oh, there it is. It's over here somewhere. Ah, there we are. Need more sticks. So let's go find some sticks. Stones actually do come in handy down the road too. you can actually get quite a bit of feathers off of a few crows. So hey, you know, if you're gonna go around and shoot some things, pick on those crows too. Uh-huh. And again, a lot of your early time is going to be spent just running around picking up bundles of sticks, picking rocks up off the ground. Gonna do a lot of that. Don't get discouraged, because when you get to a certain point, your settlement, you can just start hiring people. Basically, the people sitting around the campfire, you can talk them into coming to your settlement, and then just set them to do certain tasks for you. Like this hunting business here, I'll be able to get a person here who's good at, you know, survival skills, set them to just go out and hunt, pick up leather, pick up fur, pick up feathers, and then every time you go off and come home, you'll have a nice stack of stuff to build more things with. But in the early days, it is pretty much all up to you. So let's see here. Yeah, another rabbit trap. That's part of why I went and picked up all them sticks. Right? Good God, there's a mess of them over here too. But the sticks, for us, are in part gonna go to make some spoons. But also keep your traps up to date. Now, what I could really use actually is a fishing spear. Do I have fishing spears? Can I make fishing spears? Let me see here. Oh, and we are overburdened just a little bit. But anyway, the more you get out and do this kind of stuff, the more skill you get at it. So, you know, it's I guess the trade-off. Let me see. I'm going to start putting stones, sticks, feathers. And fur, I think, is just going in the house for now. So. Okay. We check on a couple of things. We're going to see stone. I have no more stone knives. Huh. Eventually, though, what we're going to do is we're going to build a field for flax. And then we'll just harvest it. Let's see here. So stone knives, wooden bolts. Oh, that's it. What are we short on? Feathers. So what we're literally going to want to do, I think, is just go and find a couple of bird spots and just shoot the bejesus out of some birds. And they wonder why the eagle population suffered. There's a badger. There's a deer. Wow. See, hunting is a little tricky. Because unlike a lot of games, it doesn't auto account for distance and aim up. So you actually have to take into account how far away your target is. I don't know how it is in this one though, with running around in town armed. Oh, this is a kitchen. Okay, well, we don't want to go to the kitchen. We want to go find that Matilda person, because Matilda. There we go. Okay, here she is.
How is life treating you?
Okay. We'll sell off that. And the stone arrows will sell off 20 of those. All of the bolts.
So
Okay.
long.
Are you new here? So long.
Oh, well, did you look at that? They got the goats over here. Okay. That's how you do animals. Okay. And what do goats provide you? I'm sure it's production, but also they do milk. So you kind of have to be set up to do animals. Better to get some crop fields and stuff going first, and then you can start getting animals. At least that's my thought. That's my tip. So you don't have to go and buy animal feed. But hey, you know, if you're in a hurry to have some animals, then get some animals. It's your dynasty. Do what you will with it. Jesus, this bow. It's really not great, but there again, it's better than trying to run something down with a spear. I know, I need to be hunting birds because I got no feathers. Be really nice to actually just have a chicken coop. Let's check where the animals are. Ducks can be difficult, actually, because unless you're paying really close attention, their bodies sink, which is kind of lame, actually. They can get lost in the water. Twitchy, twitchy, twitchy. That one with the hunt the wolves and the bear at night, that doesn't sound like a very good idea, at least not right now. Hmm. Feathers, fur, sticks. And a curiosity. Those are worth 3. Those are worth 3. Actually, one of the best things to do probably is going to be going ahead and getting the food up and going. Okay. I forget, is there a skill down the road that kind of skips all of this? I mean, though, crafting does actually take time, so... You know, can you hold it against them? Let's see here. Go ahead and craft some more wooden bowls. Get ready with that. And the mushrooms for the mushroom soup, you actually don't get those. They don't become available until the fall. Okay, so we got some rot, some unripe berries. Rot is fine, actually. So for me, everything gets recycled. If the food doesn't get eaten and it rots, I take it down and turn it into fertilizer. Okay. Quest for neighbors. For Alan's story, we have to wait for next summer before we can go talk to him. Let's see here. And see your rewards for completing chapters. That's how you expand your building capacity, is you have to complete the chapters. So, all right, like I said, I think I'm best going off hunting birds right now. So let's go find a spot. Now, hunting birds sometimes is a little tricky. Sometimes it can be. Because especially like in this long grass, they can kind of hide down in it. Oh, there he is. Now they do tend to be out here in pairs too, so. Now the eagles will give you a decent amount of feathers, if I'm not mistaken. We broke a stone. That's the problem with the stone knives is they don't last but for like 2 or 3 animals. It's an American bald eagle. Aren't they extinct? They are now. Oh boy. Remember in the good old days, right? It's like you look at some of these sticks that you pick up and you're just like, how are you going to turn that into an arrow? Or better yet, how does that make for good weaving on the exterior of your house, right? The stone knives are sticks and stones. Excuse me. We are into summer here, though.
I feel famished.
Uh-oh. All right. We kind of have to do here is have to go back and get some food. It's something I neglect sometimes.
It's time for a beverage.
Yeah, it's time for a bev. I got your beverage right here, buddy. You know, there again, you better building on a water source, just practical reasons. But if you decide to build up in the mountains, just be sure you build a well fairly early. Otherwise, you're having to run very, very long distances.
I can hear my stomach rumbling.
Yes, I can hear your stomach rumbling too. Dried meat. Let me see here. Okay, so let's go ahead and chow a little bit. Oh wow, I had food on me. Shame on me, huh? Let me go ahead and put this meat. Put that meat in there. Okay. And we'll let's make a couple more stone knives, just to have them. I did too, didn't I? I forgot to buy that linen thread from that Matilda up there in Deniga. Good grief. Well, it is time to take a little nap anyway, so we've got some rock here. Rock, actually, the rock outcroppings are nice to have around, are nice to have nearby. You can do them early, upgrade your houses to stone, and then you can insulate them with lime, which does increase the efficiency of your fireplace and stuff like that. So I mean, it is definitely worth considering. Always worth considering. In relation to those kinds of things. Let me see here. Now, in another game, bandits had actually set up shop right across that bridge. So I don't know how that's going to work. Having a settlement here like we do. What the heck is going on over here? Oh, look at that. A fishing spear. Oh, and a free bucket. That's nice. Abandoned supplies. Abandoned supplies are good, right? Was that roasted fish meat? No, it's just fish meat. Okay. So here's what we'll go ahead and do then. Let's go ahead and now as far as dishes are concerned on that fish meat, I'm not sure. Broadleaf plantains. Okay. Now I think those you can find almost year round, except in winter. And that's kind of going to be what you have to deal with a lot of your foraging supplies. Is some of them are seasonal, but typically the winter, no go on any of them. And fish meat actually is kind of valuable, so. Pretty good, Kilgara. Gee, how long am I into the gameplay? Couple hours, I think. I don't know how well of a location I picked for my settlement because it is a little bit removed, but interesting question. Why do you ask? Let me see here. Where am I headed? Well, I need to finish this quest so that I can get to the next, good grief. Let me see here. Yeah, it is. It's slow at the beginning. I know that. Oh, good grief. This is why I don't like running off into the woods. Well, hopefully I can turn you on to some new stuff, new ideas, new thoughts. Keep your settlement small to begin with. But obviously the idea ultimately is to be where you can get to be where you're self-sufficient.
How can I help you? Want to see my wares?
Alright. I'm just going to sell the fish meat. Fish meat has a lot of value, so I kind of actually, yeah, do like to pawn off as much fish meat as I can. Now, linen thread, it's pricey. It's very expensive. And that's, there again, all the more reason to get to where you can do these things for yourself.
So long. Greetings, stranger.
What does she have? I think she's a general merchant. Kind of, sort of, though it looks like there's a lot of food. Lots and lots of food. Linen thread though for making views or making bows. Sorry. Talk about a Freudian slip.
Good
Right.
luck.
Greetings, stranger. Whatever you need, I've got it.
And he carries flax seed. Can be crafted, can be sown during the springtime. So we don't have to
Have a
buy
nice
that
day.
now. We can wait. Wait. Is there anybody here with any kind of quests? No? Okay. So I don't know if you're already if you're not already aware of it. Bows early. Get bows very, very early. Early as you can. Because the spears, I don't care if it's an iron spear. They kind of suck. Yeah, and the sooner, honestly, the sooner you can get to the crossbow, the better. Crossbows are they're just superb. I do want to get back over here though because I think. Talk to Sambor. Wait till next summer. We can talk to Alwyn, or is it Alvin? I think it's Alvin actually. Let's see here. We'll get some potential recruits.
How do you do?
Okay, show me your wares. What do I have that I can kind of pawn? I got a bunch of Yeah, I'd actually like to try it with some friends. None of my friends currently have this one. I was actually, yeah, I was happy to see that they included a cooperative map. That was a really nice stumble. Dobermill. He's the barber. Okay, is there anybody here I can do quests with? I mean, I've kind of had this since early access, so I remember when it was just this map, and when you couldn't paint things. I mean, it was fairly sparse. I think I got room for one more building. Oh yes, and if you're gonna chat it up with the ladies, you do need to be clean. They don't like it. They don't like it when you're stinky and dirty. But hey, isn't that kind of like reality? Yeah, it does, you know. Hey there, baby. I just got done rolling around in some fresh dog doo-doo. How you doing?
How is life treating you?
We got Oswald. What's Oswald got? Field work, fishing and mushrooms. So he's kind of a laborer of sorts. He can hunt.
How are you?
We'll work for food and water and some firewoods and the roof over my head, of course.
Okay.
Damn, am I too demanding?
So long.
I don't know, buddy. You might be, but the problem is I don't have any hunting things. And in all honesty, the earliest part of your, and I know other strategy settlement builders and stuff like that, you need to get your food and production stuff going fairly early. In this, you want your production buildings before, because it's just you. You know, you can provide for yourself. Oh wow, that missed. So yeah, bows you got to get a feel for. Now, if you do want the hardcore challenge, you can take the crosshairs off. It's honestly games like Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's what I liked about that is you actually had to learn how to shoot the bow. They don't give you a crosshair. And I mean, you know, the truth of it is that's what sold me on that game originally is that in the beginning you suck at everything. Yeah, I really do. I really did enjoy working the fields. I can't say picking up hay was my favorite activity, but I'll tell you what, it's really good workout. Oh man. You know what I can imagine with this right now is poor Rasamir here is dragging like this 200-pound sled behind him with all this stuff on it. This poor guy. So let me see here. All right, we got that there. Is there another building that I really needed to build right now, or should I put up another house? Oh, wait a tick. We got some trees over here. Huh. Alright. Alright, I'll tell you what. This is a education hour. Home repair and maintenance. Uh-oh. I picked up one too many rocks. Home repair and maintenance. So, if you've got yourself a wooden hammer, here's something you can do with, potentially anyway, those excess stones that you keep picking up. So you right click and when you have your hammer out, and you can knock a wall out. And then when you build it back, you open up your edit menu and you can make it a stone wall. You don't have to build it actually from the ground up. But the stone wall is much, much more durable. It's the most durable of the walls on your building. So, you know, if you find yourself having to stop too often to repair all your buildings, just, hey, upgrade your house to a nice stone wall. It's the woodcutter. That's the one. It's going to be the woodcutter. Okay, so should I put that in here? No, not that. It's going to be the, not the workshop. No, it's an extraction building, that's it. Yeah, so, you know, and for everybody else out there, if you're not aware of that, you can actually just, like, so, it's, for me, it's a good practice to just go ahead and build the wattle. You know, just the cheap stick house from the get-go. And then, you know, if you really want to, later, you can knock out walls and replace them. Particularly if you've got, like, a lot of excess stone and stuff like that. It's you know, it helps. Let's see here. We got a woodshed. Can I put a woodshed in right here? Or do I want to put that somewhere else? No, I kind of like the idea of having this right by the workshop, because they're gonna sort of feed each other, as it were. Okay, let's go ahead and put that in right there. And I know I'm just kind of like occupying space right now with some of this stuff. I really need to just get a wooden shovel over here and start picking up all of this. Thankfully, the woodshed's pretty, it's pretty inexpensive. I need a bunch of straw. I can go right over here and get some. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's go. And, you know, just use your use what you can early. as far as storage. I mean, unless you're building if you build a storage building, then it kind of negates that particular problem, right? And then what you can do is you can come over to your house. And I'm going to build it down in the same area just to sort of keep things kind of uniform. Though, you know, it would be nicer to see the really pretty part of the house here, the stone and the thing I'm about to do here. Be sure you're attached onto the roof and not like the attic or one of the other walls or anything like that. Be sure you're attached on the roof. You're targeted on the roof. You knock a hole in the roof. And then what you can do is you can build a wooden roof, which is a little cheaper, or you can do the wooden tile roof, which is going to be like the best roof you can do, actually. So that's kind of why I like to go pretty much directly into the next part of it. And then you put that up, and boom, we have a nice wooden tiled roof now. So you take a look at your house from the outside, and oh yes, look at that. A nice roof with a stone wall. And down the road, if you get enough limestone, I think it's 8, get enough limestone, you can go ahead and insulate that wall for maximum heat retention. Get on to the next day. So I think we're at our building limit. Do we want to... I don't know, just kind of fart around making stone walls in the homes today. 12 stone in there. I think it's 8 per solid wall, and it's going to be 6 per windowed wall. Why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and do some renovating today. Take care of good home renovations. Huh? So yes, home improvements. No. And we want window with wall or wall. One thing you're gonna want to be aware of is if you have a wife, by the time you go to do this, every time you knock a hole in the wall, it will give you that warning that there's no food and no water and no fireplace and all that other. You know, thanks for stopping by, but please, I don't want to buy my viewership. I'm trying to have a little bit of it. Oh, we got a new level in production. Hoorah! All right, let me see here. So let me go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and knock all of these out because we're not married. I'm not married. So isn't that lovely? So wall with window, stone wall with window. Okay. Wall with door, stone wall door. We're just gonna go with a plain wall here. And we're going to go with a plain stone wall. But hey, matter of preference. If you don't spend a lot of time at your house, then what's the big deal, right? If you are going to go the route, and I think that's part of the gameplay here, if you're going to go that route of eventually getting a wife and having a bunch of kids and stuff, you need a bigger house. And having to run them down out in the wilderness. And the last wall. Wow, Mac crunched that hammer right there. Okay, go ahead and finish out the roof. Knock down the thatch roof and replace with wooden tile roof. Seven logs would give you enough to make the required number of planks. to do one section of roof. And maybe I didn't put those together in the best way possible. Yeah, that looks kind of ratty, doesn't it? Now, cosmetic things that can be fixed at another point in time. And I'm off my rocker just a little bit here. Okay. Today's episode of Medieval Dynasty Cribs. Lifestyles of the poor. Here I am living in a little stone hut with a wooden tiled roof. Actually, you know, back in the day, this was actually kind of like high end. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But hey, look, there we go. We got a full stone walled house in a nice tile roof. This house is going to, its durability is going to decay at the slowest possible rate. Now what we have to do is insulate this thing. And you know, with the hammer out, you can also do decorations and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of a nice thing. You know, like the wall, if you want, you can go to your wall decorations. You can put hanging racks and stuff like that on there. Actually, yeah, but see, we don't have the technology level to build the hanging racks. So, you know, you can put like a little coat rack, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you want some shelving, you know, some stuff like that. But you do have to unlock all of this. So you have to level up certain things and then invest in the technology, which that to me would be something you worry about down the road. I don't think it behooves one much to first of all spend all their money to unlock schematics for things that really have no practical value. But hey, you know, if you want to get into beautification early and you want to start playing around with stuff like that, by all means, man, go. All right. So we're gonna run around and finish up collecting some of these, cleaning up some of this stuff, because what I'm doing is I'm actually also, you know, by proxy, setting this area up for settlement growth. Now, I think the small wicker baskets actually are worth quite a bit more than 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that, and then we can take a look at that right now.
What a sculpture.
Okay. So see, you can bump your wicker baskets and, you know, your wicker crates and stuff like that. I mean, you know, so there again, you know, what do you want to be able to make? I'm more of a practical nature. Though a couple of these things you can't use them, they are a good means of making money early. So anyway, to sort of recap for today, best to probably hold off on doing any of the other quests until you get to chapter 3 out of Gustovia, or is it Gustova? Anyway, I don't know, the first city that you come to where Unagast and those guys are. It's probably best to hold off on those quests until you get to chapter 3. That way you can start getting into more buildings sooner rather than later. All right? Anyway, gang, till next time, this is Wolf190D signing off.